Hello, friends.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Freedom Homestead. I'm Tangi.
And I'm Jack.
And today has been epic.
We've had we've had a busy week. Today has just been day 3, day 4 of just nonstop big changes.
Big changes, lots of work on the homestead,
Yeah.
good things. All good things.
All good things.
Yeah.
Let's give everybody a few minutes to join us before we get into talking all about it. And by the way, we are making some videos of the process of some of the things that we've got coming. So
Yes.
so we will talk about it, but we won't reveal everything because we want to show you the whole video later.
Yeah. But today, we literally were working up until about 20 minutes ago. And then we came inside because it started to rain. And our daughter, that's back there, cooked an amazing meal. I said, this must be like
Good job, Em.
This is like what Reed Drummond's family feels like when they work on the ranch. And then they come in and then she's made this incredible meal. And that's, Emily made, it's like a spicy herb crusted chicken, roasted vegetables, fruit salad.
It was so good.
It was so good.
I didn't have time to enjoy it.
I know we inhaled it, but the plan is after we're done here, we're going to eat some more.
Yeah, we had I went to get a load of mulch earlier today, and while I was there, I found out they deliver. There's a fee for delivery, but I thought, you know what? We need a lot of mulch.
Yeah.
So I put a big order in. They brought it to 2 hours later they're bringing it, which was awesome. And thunderstorms are moving in. So all 4 of us were out there, and we don't have a wheelbarrow. Would you believe it?
Can you believe we don't have a wheelbarrow?
We left our old wheelbarrow at the old house we sold.
Yeah.
That was so ridiculous.
That was a dumb
of us.
that was a dumb move on our part.
The handles were broke off of it.
One of them was,
But now I'm realizing, why did we leave our old wheelbarrow?
I know. We
But
could've
anyway,
just bought a
so
new
we're
one.
using buckets, and we've got a little garden haul thing, and we're just, all 4 of us were out there just spreading mulch as fast as we could. And when we came in, we're still kind of wet. We came in and we were exhausted, and I was filling up my jug here, my cup here of sweet tea, and then she looks at me and she says, "Are we going live tonight?"
He's like, what?
I was like,
it's not Monday.
"It's not Monday." And she goes, "Yes, it is, and we go live in 20 minutes." And I was like, "Yeah, we got to go live," but I forgot it was Monday.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 57 people already.
Hey, thanks for
That
being
is so
here.
awesome. So, yeah, you want to go through a bunch of...
Can you reach
say
that?
hi to everybody?
Yeah. No, the book on top there.
Oh, I was going to
Yeah.
give you your glasses.
I was gonna do a little show and tell. Okay, if y'all have not been on Amazon lately, there is a
Oh, I know.
kind of a scheme, it seems like. People selling this book that I just bought for $400, $500, even $600 and calling it a collectible. Thankfully, somebody had it on Amazon used, and I got it for $10 plus shipping. I'm so excited about this book. I was really, really happy to find it for $10. But yeah, can y'all believe that? $400 for this? Just crazy, just crazy. But anyway, I'm really excited to get this and can't wait to can a lot of the recipes in there.
Sorry we haven't said hi to anybody.
The book. Hi, everybody. Let's see, greed at its finest. I agree.
There's Kathy, North Star Prepstetter.
Yes.
There's your cousin Jennifer.
Yay. Yep, Bro Farms, 1870s Homestead, Rebecca, Mandy, Diana, hello.
Oh, Rebecca says hit the like button.
Aw, thanks.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we've been multitasking today.
Very much so.
Yes,
I've got-
Emily is an awesome cook.
She is an awesome
We
cook.
got people wanting to come
come and eat?
No,
Oh.
they all need a
Hey,
Emily.
Tashana. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Family Roots.
Hicks
Hey,
Homes-
Jennifer. Farmer
Yeah, Hicks
Meemaw.
Homestead said they have that book.
It's a good book. I think everybody that is canning or is wanting to learn how to can, this is a good book to
Yeah.
have. There's a lot of different recipes in here to try, so I'm excited about it.
That is the best preservation book ever.
Trying to grow Brussels sprouts. Awesome. Yeah, I've attempted it a couple of times, but I think I'm going to give it another good college try this year and wait until
It's on Amazon now for 150
ducks.
ducks.
150 ducks.
I will give you 150 of my best ducks for this book.
Let's
Sorry.
see. Let's see. Dehydrating is good too. Takes less space and less startup costs. That is very, very true. In fact, I will tell you a really great dehydrating resource is if you will check out thepurposefulpantry.com. My friend Darcy is like a dehydrating queen. She dehydrates all the things. She's got recipes for blueberry powder, strawberry powder. She makes onion powder, garlic powder. I mean, just all kinds of stuff.
Dollars, bucks, ducks.
And does that in a safe way. Because a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to dehydrate this, it'll keep forever. And that's not necessarily true. Some foods won't keep forever. So she's really good about including safe dehydrating practices. So she's a really great resource.
Yeah, Jennifer, that little puppy is growing. She's grown a lot over the last
Hey,
few
Amby.
weeks.
Yes, she is. Her site name again is The Purposeful Pantry. And I was going to say, oh, somebody mentioned aphids on the Brussels sprouts. I believe I have aphids or something on my strawberry plant.
Oh, really?
I was looking at it and I moved the leaves because it is so big and lush and green. And I was like, I wonder if I have any strawberries yet. And I pulled it apart and then there's all these little critters.
Okay, get rid of them.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to do it today because it's raining right now. But the way to get rid of them is you blast them with the water hose, spray them off. And then you spray the plant with a soap, vegetable oil, water solution. So we're going to be trying that. But yeah, if I can...
Get you some ladybugs.
ladybugs, yes. I need to get some ladybugs.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, and I'm one of them, I have a hard time identifying ladybugs because they look a lot like that beetle that we see
The
a
Asian
lot.
beetle?
Yes. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, look at the ladybug. It's not a ladybug.
Yeah. They found her first
Oh,
hornworm
no.
today. Yeah.
Hornworms are so gross because they're
Yeah.
so juicy.
Squash bugs, I think, are the worst though.
Squash bugs.
They look like aliens.
I agree. Look at your dog.
I thought she's been fed.
She has been fed.
Okay.
So Georgia, she's our little chubby dog. Y'all know this. She has already been fed, and
I know what you're talking about.
I accidentally fed her too much for breakfast this morning. Just a second ago, she was standing at the cabinet where we keep their food with her nose in the crack of the. She's like, I know it's in there. Poor thing.
So we've got over 80 people with us, and that's a lot. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching, by the way.
Yep. I think everybody wants to know what the big
But
changes
yeah,
are.
big changes coming soon. That's what we put as the title. And so
Do we want to reveal it?
Well, I think we can.
I think we should.
We can go ahead and talk about it.
Yes, and I have pictures.
And then we have videos of the
We
whole
have
process.
videos. Yes, we have videos of the whole process.
So the last 3 days.
Well, first you got to back up to when our friend came with the gift. The big.
Yes. Was that last week?
No, that was this.
That
week.
all happened this week.
Well,
wow.
it is Monday, so I guess it was last week.
Yes.
Saturday?
Yes.
Was it Saturday?
No, Georgia.
A few days ago, I think.
So, yeah, within the past few days, Little Acres Homestead, which lives right up the road from us,
It's another Kentucky homestead.
he sent me a text the other day, and he said, he said, what did he say? I can't remember how
I've hit the jackpot.
Yeah, I've hit the jackpot or something. I was like, what? And he goes, I can get all the free pallets I want. And he just posted a picture of him hauling a trailer with about 60 pallets. And he said, they're free. They got loads of them. He said, do you want any? And I said, absolutely. Well, a couple days later, he shows up at the house with a whole load of pallets.
About 60.
Yeah, 60. And so to make a long story short, we've got all these pallets. Well, also another homesteader that lives in Kentucky, in our
friend
in our
Carol,
region, from Kentucky Faith Haven.
Kentucky Faith Haven Farms.
She was posting pictures of her garden area and how she made a beautiful fence around her entire garden using pallets. And I thought, hey, you know, we're trying to set up our garden and we're trying to make it kind of its own little space. And I thought, if we had the pallets, we should do something like that. And you were all in on that. So
They're in here.
they're here? Yes. And so we, so they kind of inspired us. And Kentucky Faith Haven Farm, they inspired us with their pallet fence. And I said, okay, let's do this. And so I've been working. I had to I tore up about a dozen pallets to get boards off of them because I was filling in the gaps of the other pallets. You know, some of them, they got big spaces. So I was trying to make it look pretty and everything. So I've been cutting up pallets and nailing and unnailing and sawzawing and skill sawing and
it's beautiful.
And it looks great. It looks great. And then we had the load of mulch brought in. So we got this pallet fence. We've got mulch all inside of it. Excuse me. Oh yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see.
I don't know if you can see it or not. You're probably posted on your Instagram too.
Yeah. Well, let me brighten my screen.
And
up.
then we have to talk about what my dad helped us out with.
Yeah. So that is around the big garden so far. Can y'all see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it shows up.
Let me show you my favorite view.
Pallets are like zucchinis. You can make anything with them.
Here's a picture I took of Jack with putting the, I don't know if that's going to work or not. Can you see? It's too bright, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you're
Oh,
holding
well.
it wrong or something. Y'all are asking questions, and I got to scroll back down and look at the.
This is my favorite view.
Past y'all or between us. I'm halfway between y'all. And where we want. I don't know who's she talking about.
Who? Ambi?
She says, "Are they past y'all or between us?"
Talking about Little Acres Homestead.
They're just right up the road from us.
Yeah.
So
They're like 45 minutes from us.
yeah, they're actually next door to where I work.
Yeah. This is my favorite view. This is looking at the big garden through, on the other side of our raised bed garden, through the arch. Hopefully y'all can see that. Not really.
May have it tilted wrong.
I don't know. Anyway, it's
Yeah,
really cool.
You can't see it like that.
It's really nice. You'll just have
much
to
glare.
see it.
Too
You'll just
much
have
glare.
to see the video, I guess. When we
Hey,
get it
Stringfield
done.
Ridge Farm.
So Ambi, he was asking if I know a lot about a lot of things. I would say I know a little bit about a lot of things.
Where's? Oh. What's that? Pallets? Or yeah, I already read that one. Pallets are like zucchinis.
It's really, really pretty. And I was I was out at the garden yesterday. Yesterday we had a beautiful, beautiful day. And so I went ahead and I got my tomato plants in. And before I started planting, I was sitting on the back deck and I was looking at, the pallets were still on the ground, but you know, he had been working on some of the pallets that have larger gaps. He was working on getting boards and putting them in there, which to me is just the coolest look. Like you've got all these different tones of wood and everything.
Yeah,
And,
and somebody asked if we're gonna paint the fence. No.
No, we love raw wood.
The natural wood color is actually what we prefer.
It's what we prefer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like natural.
And the mulch that we got is not dyed, it's natural mulch, which I thought was funny because I called them this morning. I said, what kind of mulch do you have? And they said, well, we got black mulch, red mulch, we got playground mulch. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but do you have anything without dye in it? And they said, well, the playground mulch is just natural
wood chips.
wood chips.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Just call it playground mulch.
Yeah, now, she did ask if we're going to decorate the fence. We will probably do like flower boxes.
There's
on
lots of things we
parts
can
of-
do.
Yeah.
I mean,
But as far as covering the wood, we don't want to cover the wood.
no, I thought about putting some solar lights on it.
Yeah.
And
that would be awesome.
when I was at Rural King today, picking up T-post and screws and stuff to put the fence up, I saw that they have solar powered rope lights. I'm thinking about getting them and trying them. Solar powered, I mean, you don't have to run any electricity out to the garden. I don't want to run electric out there. I don't want to have extension cords going through the yard. Solar powered rope lights. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Lining the top of the
Yeah.
fence.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool too. But let's see, someone said tomato plants before Mother's Day edgy. I've always planted most of my garden Derby weekend, which this weekend was supposed to be Derby weekend, but of course they postponed it. Did you know this? They postponed it until September.
Yeah.
So, but I've always, and around here in our area, what I had always been told is if you plant your tomato plants on Derby weekend, you will have tomatoes by 4th of July.
Yeah. That's the saying around
That's what
this
we've
area.
always done,
Yes.
yeah. So, but I saw in the forecast, we do have some very cool temps coming, like in the 30s.
We do.
Yeah, like in the upper 30s.
Are
It won't
we
get below
lining-
freezing.
Are we
but-
lining it with chicken wire? Nope.
No.
Almost every pallet I have sealed, well, how a normal pallet, has slat, 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 and spaces. Almost all the pallets, I have filled in all of the spaces. Some I haven't. We're not really worried about. There's not enough space for our little fat puppy to fit through.
Yeah.
So we know squirrels can climb over a wood
Squirrels
pallet.
will climb over it,
mean,
yeah. And we have actually, I know this sounds crazy, but we have not seen any rabbits in our yard at all.
We've not seen any rabbits anywhere. We haven't seen any raccoons. We
Nope.
haven't seen.
Deer.
The only
We don't
thing
have
we.
deer.
Oh,
We wish we had deer.
We want deer. I would love for our corn to draw in some deer.
Yeah.
Because I'd gladly give up a little bit of my corn to fill my freezer full of deer meat.
Yeah.
But about the only wild animals we hear all the time are coyotes at night.
Yeah.
And they're not going to get into the garden.
Nope.
Um,
And we have noticed some disturbances in our raised beds, and I am pretty sure it's a squirrel. Almost positive
Yeah.
it's a squirrel, because I think what they're doing is they're trying to find nuts that they have buried. Because when I was planting, I did find little acorns.
and there is a pond across the street. There's a farm, a big cattle farm, and there's a big pond over there.
No wild hogs here either.
And at night, well, in the evening,
Yeah.
the ducks fly in and land in that pond. So it is really cool
Yeah.
to be out in the backyard
And you hear honk, honk, honk.
and you just see them all coming in and swooping down. And I'm thinking,
Well, I guess they're wild geese. Not
there's
ducks.
ducks, there's geese. Yeah, there's the geese.
Yes, skunks. Yes, we do get skunks.
We had skunks last year. I haven't
Yeah.
seen any this year. But
No.
yeah, there's skunks around here. I don't think they'll get in the garden.
Well,
We've
not
got-
with the dogs.
Not
I
with
don't
our
think.
dogs out here. they might try, but our dogs will alert us. They're a pretty good alarm system. I had, I've been working out there.
Thank you, Kathy.
I've been doing more probably this week, woodworking and building stuff, than I probably have in the last 2 or 3 years combined. I've probably done as much this week.
Yeah. I would say definitely.
I'd get up, drink a cup of coffee.
Someone wants
What do
attention.
you want?
She
Can y'all
wants
see
attention.
this?
Yeah.
Can y'all see this little? Oh, she disappeared. So, yeah, I've been getting up, drinking a cup of coffee, going out, working.
Wow.
I might come in and grab a sandwich for lunch, and then next thing I know, it's 7 o'clock.
Yes. It just flies by. Flies by when you're filling your days up with to-do lists. But yeah, Jessie said, I live across the street from a wildlife refuge.
Wow.
She is a camera hog. Yes, she is.
Yeah. No, she wants more food.
She does. Bless her heart. And she's been given any.
She's gonna starve to
plenty.
death.
She thinks she is. But yeah, so we have got so much done. The fresh mulch, we've got half of the fence put up and the gate. Oh, did you talk about the gate? Where we got the gate?
No, I said we had to talk about how my dad helped us out. So my dad, I'm out working. I was talking about how the dogs are such good alarm systems. I've got my headphones on, I'm listening to music, I'm out there just working, losing track of time. And I hear the dogs barking through all of that. And so usually they bark like that when somebody's pulling up on our driveway. So my dad was pulling up, and he just happened to be in the area helping somebody up the road. So he came over and he saw what I was doing. And he said, are you going to have some kind of gate? And we were like, yeah, we're going to have to figure out,
They were going to build one probably.
I said, I'm just going to tear up some of these pallets and build a wooden gate, build a door. And he goes, I've got a gate. Mm-hmm. He said, I've got 2 or 3 different kinds of gates. And so he gave us a gate.
Hang on. Let me see if I can tone this down a little bit.
Yeah. So,
there we go.
So he gave us a gate that is perfect.
Yeah.
Did y'all check that out? Y'all see that? So he gave us a gate. He gave us some more T-posts.
Yeah, some like thick, serious T-posts.
The big, thick, the heavy-duty T-post. So we're going to use it probably for garden stuff.
Yeah.
And what else did he give us? He gave me a floor jack.
A floor jack.
Big, heavy, 100-pound
rebar.
floor jack.
Some rebar. He also gave us
He hooked us up.
a chuck roast and a round steak.
Yeah, because they had
and a sirloin.
They had
a cow butchered.
Yeah. About a few weeks ago, I guess.
Yeah.
So he hooked us up.
Yeah.
And that really helped us so much.
Very, very excited.
With all that material.
Yeah, and that gate is perfect. I love it. I love it
and he
so
also
much.
brought us a dozen donuts.
He brought us donuts.
Gotta mention that.
Yeah.
He stopped by with a dozen donuts.
He did. But anyway, it was really great. Let's see, I have epoxy rebar coming to use as stakes for my tomatoes this week. Nice.
So, the cattle panel?
Hang on. Yes, Susan, we give her green beans at night. She gets grain-free dog food in the morning, and then she gets green beans at night. But I think because the family also tosses her treats now and then is why she's having a hard time losing weight. Let's see. Okay, so yes, we Sunday before I planted my tomato plants, we went ahead and got the cattle panel up, and we're gonna have to get another one because I have 2 rows of tomatoes. But let me see if I can find a picture of it. I don't know if I got one or not, but But yeah, we've got that put up. Oh, here we go. Well, this is a video. Let me see if I can. Well, this is a video that I put on Instagram. Y'all probably saw it Sunday. I don't know if you can see that or not. But anyway, yeah. So we got our cattle panel up. Got my tomato plants in.
Yeah. Yeah, the
So
cattle
we've been
panel looks
busy.
good. We might end up getting 1 or 2 more before it's all said and done.
Yeah.
So this huge fence around our garden is becoming its own little space, its own little area on our homestead now. And after we got the fence up, we both come to the back porch and kind of looked over and was like, wow, our backyard looks small now, because
It does.
half of our backyard is now kind of
The garden area. Yeah.
sectioned off. And but yeah, we got to thinking, we'll put lights out there.
A little seating area.
We put enough space inside the fence where we can have, little seating
We'll do some
areas.
container gardening in there.
Yeah, plenty of room
Yeah.
for pots with whatever we want to plant.
Potatoes.
Probably inside the fence. Again, we might hang some stuff on the fence. Some more flower pots and
Yeah.
shepherd's hooks all around in that area.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much, and
So I'm gonna be on the hunt for like a little bistro set.
I would love to have a little park bench out there.
Well, I was
That'd
saying
be
like
cool.
a bistro set, which is like the little table with the 2 chairs.
Yeah.
So that'd be nice.
So we're really
See lightning.
we got to thinking, we're just gonna fix it all up and have our own little separate area out there. Kind of just, you get out there, you go in the fence, you close the gate, you sit down over there. You're in your own little enclosure, and it just feels like you're away from everything.
Like a
so,
sanctuary.
so it might be a little place for us to just go out and think or read, or, again, how awesome is it going to be when everything starts producing, and you can go out there and just sit down and pick a tomato and just eat a fresh tomato and sit there and read a book.
What we'll need like a little storage tote out there that's got like some salt and pepper and knives and paper plates.
And we will have animals out there now. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really, really excited. But I thought you were leading up to what you called it earlier.
Well, yeah, we like to give things names.
Well, we have the
No.
Victory Garden.
You have the Victory Garden.
This is Freedom Homestead.
Freedom Homestead, Victory Garden. My daughter named her pickup truck, my pickup truck that is now her pickup truck. She gave it a name.
John Casey, which if any of you've ever seen the show Chuck,
Yeah, so she named
You
her
will
truck John
appreciate
Casey, and
John Casey.
and of course I named my Jeep Brewster after
I
William-
have not
William
named my
Brewster.
car. I have the mom.
So we like to give things names. So I thought it could be called Fort, because it looks like a fort.
Yeah.
Fort Freedom.
Fort Freedom.
Fort Freedom and the Victory
love
Garden.
It. I love
You know,
it. Fort Freedom.
So we're-
Rebecca said I was just typing to hide a salt shaker.
oh,
But yeah, Fort Freedom. And when you think about what a Victory Garden is and what homesteading is, Fort Freedom just encompasses all of that.
yeah.
So that is, we're going to call the big garden Fort Freedom. I love it. His Way Homestead said, named my truck the Baconator.
The Baconator. Named the truck the Baconator?
Look, everyone's loving it. Fort Freedom, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So that means we're going to have to make a sign, probably to go on the
That's
gate.
cool. I'm okay with that. Well, not only have we been working like crazy on a mountain of pallets and then a mountain of mulch. I've also been working more on the the chicken condominium, the big chicken townhouse. Basically cut out a door and put some hardware cloth in it, and you want to paint it, and then we just need to go get some fencing and put up and
well, we need the bedding, and we need to get a couple of sticks in there so
the
they have a
bedding.
roost.
Yeah, there's gonna be some. I mean, that stuff. That's just. But the thing is pretty much built now.
Yeah, we need a Fort Freedom flag. I agree.
Fort Freedom flag.
We'll have to figure out what
Get a custom flag.
We'll have to figure out what we'll want on it. The gas den.
I was at Rural King today, and they've got all those little metal stars and stuff that you can put on barns and decorate with. They had a bunch of those little metal stars and pinwheels and stuff that were all stars and stripes. Mm-hmm. And I thought, hey, that'd be pretty cool.
Our kids
What
name
are they
everything.
saying? I'm missing all the I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go back and read these.
Let's see. Our kids name everything too. Always picked great names. My awesome new super tough truck's name, Debbie. I
Debbie.
love that. Hey, Shakima. Let's see. Well, there's the Sharon Homestead.
I'd be putting a Chase out there next to my tomatoes.
A Chase, yeah. Make a scarecrow and put a Fort Freedom t-shirt on it. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Do a Freedom Homestead shirt.
Yeah.
Freedom, yeah. Old Betsy, let's see, needs to have the state flag with it too. Make the flag a tomato plant with "Don't Tread on Me." That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see, Alana has named all the veggies. That's awesome. You guys have to check out One Mom, Two Girls, Two Boys, 8 in all. They are container gardening, and she's got her area. This is like her first garden, and she's doing an amazing job. It's really, really exciting to see her and her kids out there growing food.
Somebody said you could make an American flag with veggies like tomatoes and cauliflower.
I actually like that idea.
I do too. And that was another thing I thought about doing is a couple of the pallets, they were all different sizes. Mm-hmm. So the thing is even Fort Freedom, the walls are kind of like this. So they're not all the same size pallets. So some are a couple inches taller than others. So it does have kind of that rustic look. And it's not the modern streamline everything. But a couple of the little pallets are nice little 3 or 4 foot squares, and I thought about taking some of them apart and taking all the slats and doing a American flag out of one of the pallet slats. Mm-hmm. So we've got an awesome Kentucky thing hanging on the wall in there.
I'm sure y'all have seen it. I probably could have turned. This was, what'd you get that for me for? Was it
Christmas?
Christmas, yeah, hanging over our couch. Of course, you can't really see it that great, but hopefully that didn't make anybody
I think they
seasick.
can probably see it.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah. So yeah, but that Jack got me that for Christmas a couple of years ago, and it's made out of pallets. It's really cool.
And we're still gonna have pallets left over. Somebody said their son repurposed some pallets to raised gardens beds, and I think if we've got enough, I might be able to make a few smaller raised beds out of some of the pallets. So yeah, that's possible.
Yep.
Oh, were you gonna talk about the thing that you got? Somebody had super chatted you?
Yes. Okay. Well, I don't want to get up because I'm wearing shorts. Anyway,
Where's it at? I'll get it.
It's over there somewhere. I think it's behind the roaster. So back
You
in
can talk about that too.
back in December, I think, we were live and somebody, I don't know, is Hawkins Homestead still here? I'll tell on them. They super chatted us $30 and said they were trying to get this for me on our Amazon wish list, but for some reason it wouldn't go through. So she super chatted me the $30, and anyway, I finally ordered it. I had gone to order it the next month, but then they were out, and then I went a couple of weeks ago and they have it. So I am super excited. And not only do I have this, but my mom for my birthday gave me a huge, it's like a 22-quart roaster. So now I can process all the tomatoes at one time. I am so excited.
I'm not gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Oh, can I see that?
Can you watch that? Anyway,
It's
so
huge.
I'm really excited. I'm hoping that this is going to really streamline my processing time. I'm really, 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 really grateful for that.
So yeah, we've got some awesome stuff that's we're gonna really use to just do as much as we can.
Nice.
And hopefully we'll have a whole lot of left over where we can share what we've been blessed with.
Yes.
That's the whole purpose.
Yeah. I'm really, really excited. I'm really excited. Make
Susan
salsa.
says she has the same roaster. You will love it for making broth and stock.
Yeah, we actually, my goal is to can 60 pints of salsa and then try to get, I haven't decided on how many cans of diced tomatoes I need and jars of pasta sauce. I figure 50 jars of pasta sauce, 50 quarts of pasta sauce. And then maybe like, I'll probably do like one batch of pizza sauce.
Sorry.
Anyway, so that's a lot of pressure on my 20 tomato plants that I planted, but it can be done. It can be done.
Ooh. Rebecca says, I also use my roaster to make large batches of party mix.
Ooh,
Sounds good.
I haven't made party mix in years. Do you have any tips on growing really good tasting tomatoes? Yes, my tip is this. Look up Roots and Refuge. And Jess has a whole video on how to grow the best tasting tomatoes. And she goes into all the scientific details. It's my thing is that, aw, thank you, Dawn. That's
Thank you,
so
Dawn.
sweet.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
My tomatoes, the thing that I have learned for myself is one, a lot of it depends on the variety you grow. My favorite fresh eating tomato is Cherokee Purple. Love those. And then also making sure that they get the right nutrients and the right, just the right amount of watering, consistently watering it. It seems like anytime that I have issues with tomatoes, it's because they do not have consistent watering. So I am going to be working on that this year, improving that. Usually what happens is, you know, we'll go through a lot of heat and dry spells, and then we'll have a really big rain, and then my tomatoes split. It's almost always happens.
Read that.
Let's
Piece of
see.
pantry.
I planted okra for the first time and thought of you as I planted each seed. Aw, yeah, I love okra, and some of mine are sprouting now. I'm so excited. My okra is sprouting. I found a couple of sunflower sprouts.
Wow.
What?
They got a His Way Homestead. We got a radish the size of a baseball yesterday.
Whoa, is it a watermelon radish? The radishes that I currently have, let's see, our French breakfast radishes, I will probably be harvesting by the end of the week.
Yes, I
Some
love
of
fried
them.
okra as well.
Okay, so French breakfast radishes. I have icicle radishes that will probably be ready in a couple of weeks. And then I just planted some sparkler tip radishes.
We actually had a harvest yesterday.
We had a big, beautiful salad. I mean, it was my big white enamel wash tub was full of lettuce and spinach from the garden.
And we went out this morning,
So good.
and you could not tell that we had clipped any. It had all
Yes.
grown back. I mean, in less than 24 hours, we
Yeah.
got just the perfect amount of perfect weather
Yeah.
over the last day or two, and it has just exploded.
It has. I
It's doing
highly,
great.
I highly recommend doing the high density planting technique with your lettuces. Jennifer, my goodness, you are so sweet.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Wait a minute. What do you mean, fellow Kentuckian? Are y'all moving?
What? Who says
Or
that?
are you just saying that because because Mark is originally from Kentucky? Are you moving?
From?
Because if you're moving, I might just cry. So anyway, I got distracted. What was I saying? Oh, the cut and come again method. The cut and come again method. That is what we do. So if you're new to gardening, what that means is sometimes people will plant lettuce and then let the whole plant mature and then harvest it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, your leaf lettuces and then your head lettuces.
But you have a whole row of baby spinach and a whole row
Yes.
of romaine. Or,
Yes. Oh.
So it's going up in all these rows. What?
Serenity. Oh, that's a different. Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. Well, thank you so much, Serenity Hills. That is so sweet. Yeah, because there's Serenity Hill Farmstead. I thought that was Jennifer for a second, but that's not.
So you got it mixed.
That's someone else. Yeah, Serenity Hill Farms. Thank you so
We
much.
appreciate that.
That is very, very
Yeah.
sweet.
So tell them how you
Okay.
do that clipping.
So I do the high density planting, which is where you basically just make a trench, a small, shallow trench, and then you just sprinkle your lettuce seeds in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and it's really better to do that with leaf lettuces. And then when you go to harvest, you clip it like a couple of inches above the crown. And then if you do that, it will keep growing. And it's like a never-ending salad buffet. Of course, I say never-ending. When it gets too hot, it will bolt eventually.
Where are your photos at?
Right there. Boop, boop.
You have them hidden.
So anyway, yeah, really, really excited. So we went out, we cut the spinach. I just clipped the big outer leaves and then cut down the lettuce and went out there this morning and you can't even tell that I cut it. Yeah, so that was our salad. It was amazing. Let's see.
Some good salad.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find the rows of spinach. Do you have those?
I don't think I have that. But my goodness, Donna, thank you so much. Wow.
Man, thank you.
That's incredible.
That's so sweet. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
thank you.
We do greatly.
I have
we don't take that lightly.
never grown leeks. I have never grown
That's
leeks.
the other side.
Yeah. Have we been stocking up on meat? No, I have my eye out though. But I do know that there is a meat shortage, and that is something that he and I have been talking about. Here's what
But
it's
you
gonna.
did go to the grocery and buy some chicken.
I did buy some chicken, but I was hoping that we have a local, we have a Gordon Food Service, and I can usually get a case of chicken for a very reasonable price. But what I was going to say is that yes, there's going to be a meat shortage in our grocery stores. Go to your local farmers. That I think is where, even though this, like, people are freaking out, I think this is going to help our local economy because people are going to be leaning more on their local farmers.
Go to
than
your
they
local
are.
farmers, your local
Butcher shops.
Yeah,
you're going to pay more.
We have a good friend that owns a slaughterhouse, and they sell bacon and sausage. In fact, they've actually got a couple of little convenience stores up the road that do breakfast now at their convenience stores, and they use our friend's sausage from the slaughterhouse for all of their sausage and biscuits, which is awesome.
And here's something else that's going to happen too, I think, is that where we are used to going to a grocery store and buying a big pack of chicken breasts. My great grandmother, my nanny, what I remember from her is that she would butcher a couple of chickens every week, and she, and that's what she ate. She would go out to her backyard, she'd get a chicken, she'd bring it in, she'd clean it up for dinner, And, you know, you utilize the whole animal instead of just the breasts or just the thighs. I think everything that's been going on, I think it's going to make us appreciate and learn how to use more parts of the animals, utilize our local farmers more than what we've been doing. Because I'm like everybody else in that I'm always looking for a good deal. You know, we gotta save our money.
So
But we're gonna be spending.
when everybody talks about this on the news for about a week, it causes the panic and it causes the shortage. There was not a meat shortage at any store until just a few days ago when they all started talking about there's going to be a meat shortage. Kind of like the toilet paper. So, yeah, because of this, because of the rumor, it's now true, and it's probably going to last a few weeks until it runs its course. And luckily, though, in the next few weeks, it looks like a lot of states are going to be going back to business, and people are going to be opening up stuff. And so as that starts rolling out, I think that's going to ease a lot of people's fears and stuff like that. So hopefully it will kind of subside very quickly, I hope.
Yeah.
I need to clear something off the screen there.
Yeah. Rebecca said, I agree. I was raised on a farm. We butchered all of our meat. Therefore, I'm not a big meat eater. And that was another thing too that I was going to say is that, you know, our great grandparents, whenever they ate what they grew, they did not eat a lot of meat. Am I right? I mean, it was because you had to make it last. You couldn't kill a chicken every single day. I mean, some people could, I'm sure, but they didn't eat as much meat as we eat now.
You butcher the hog and you hang it up in the smokehouse and eat on that for a couple of months.
Heirloom Permaculture said, I heard there's going to be a politician shortage. I hope that's true. That's one rumor I'm hoping for is true.
I mean, not a shortage, but at least hopefully more of the swamp will be drained. I'll put it that way.
We could do with a few less,
Yeah.
Let's see. Someone said, we love okra fried, raw, dehydrated, and canned. Listen, you cook an okra. I've never eaten it raw.
I'm looking forward to that.
What, trying it raw?
When our okra comes in, I'm looking forward to trying one raw.
We said, because neither one of us have ever eaten it raw.
We're gonna do it.
But people have been telling us, oh, there's nothing like raw okra. Going out to the garden and picking a okra right off the vine and eating it.
I can't wait to try it.
And I said, well, maybe we should do like a taste test video.
Yeah, we should.
So that
it will be much, much better than my jalapeno taste test video.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, I was just being crazy that day. But.
Yeah, dehydrated okra, you can actually get that. I know at our Amish store, the one that I took you to, Jennifer, that has the bulk section, they have dehydrated okra, and it's like
the fuzz can make your lips tingle. I don't like pickled okra, but I love it fried. I love it roasted. I'm sure it's going to be okay raw.
I love it. I love it fried. I love it roasted. I love it pickled, especially spicy pickled. Oh, yum. I used to prefer it sweet, but I don't prefer it sweet anymore. I either like a dill or a spicy. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. I am so
Thinking about that
excited.
too. I'm looking forward to the cucumbers and more pickles. I absolutely love pickles.
Yeah, I actually ordered every year. I am really bad about waiting until the last minute to go. I use Mrs. Wages for salsa and for pickles. And I always wait until my stuff is coming in, and then I go look for the stuff, and then I have to go to like 5 or 6 different stores before I can find any of the Mrs. Wages stuff. So this year I ordered everything on Amazon. So I should be getting my salsa tomorrow, my salsa mix. And then a few weeks ago, I got in my Mrs. Wages dill pickle mix and some pickle crisp.
Yeah, I love pickles. I love the salsa we make with the tomatoes. I mean, if we're blessed with a good harvest this year, which Lord willing we will, and I can't wait. Yeah, my mouth is starting to water.
Yeah.
A BLT, salsa, pickles, okra, and corn. We haven't had corn in a couple of years from our
Tomato
garden.
pie, homemade tomato pie. What is that thing that I make? Galette. A tomato galette. That is. I was trying to remember. I've made that. It's like sliced heirloom tomatoes on a pie crust with herbs and everything. Anyway.
I remember that.
Okay. Anyway.
Sounds good.
So I like kosher dill, but he doesn't. It's too garlicky for him. He likes just dill pickles.
Well, I like it a little garlicky, but
kosher is every time I make it, you complain.
It's so strong.
Yeah.
Yes. So strong.
For
Keeps vampires away though.
For the pickled okra, I will be using my Mrs. Wage's dill okra
Use lots of
seasoning
scotch.
with I might add a little bit of sugar, a little bit, not much, a little bit of sugar and probably a pinch of red pepper flakes.
Can you share a link to those items for pickling that you mentioned?
Yes, I will go back and add it to the Freedom Homestead. The description box. I will add to the description
It'll be
box
later
once it's over.
after the replay, right?
Yeah. As
We
I
ha-
sit here with the bag of
We can't edit it now,
Yeah.
but once we're done with the live.
It's not like a quiche. It's you make like a pie shell, but it's flat, like a pizza crust. Like you don't put it in a pie.
Jesse's
I'm not
small
explaining it.
homestead. That's cracking me up as I sit here with a bag of chips.
Anyway, and then you make like a cheese base, and it's like it's ricotta cheese and fresh thyme and a little bit of salt, and then you take sliced tomatoes, heirloom tomatoes, and you put that on top, and then you add your some salt. And you can drizzle it with the olive oil, and then you bake it at I don't remember, like 350 for I don't know, like 30 minutes.
That was me last night. I was just sitting on the couch with a bag of chips.
Oh my goodness.
I was
It's
tired.
kind of like a tart, but not really. I'll have to do a video. I will do a video. When our tomatoes start coming in, I will show y'all how to make a tomato pie, and I will show you how to do
And
a
Ambi,
tomato
she
galette.
says, and I'm sitting here with my donut and Oreo.
Oh my goodness.
Here we are talking about,
Yeah.
Our mouth is watering thinking about these tomatoes and cucumbers.
Oh,
We're like,
I can't
donuts
wait.
and Oreos.
Yeah,
That's-
peaches and cream corn, y'all. I'm just, there's nothing like homegrown food. There's nothing like it.
And a bag of Fritos.
Just stop it. Let's see. Gave my husband a Corona haircut. I took my horse clippers to him. I really shaved him. There's no guard on it. However, that was 2 weeks ago. Donna Terry.
Oh my God.
And now it looks like he got a professional haircut. Yeah, I actually cut Parker's hair the other night. I cut my daughter's boyfriend's hair. I have not cut.
I haven't had a haircut yet, but it's getting kind of.
Yeah.
Well, my hair was pretty short when all this started.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the barber shops here are going to be opening on the 25th, and then you probably won't be able to get an appointment for like.
I thought it was earlier than that.
I thought it was the 25th.
I thought it was the 11th.
No, barber shops and salons I think open at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought it was the 11th.
Other Kentuckians, is that
I
right?
thought it was the 11th, and then they can only have like one customer in.
Yeah, I don't know either. Anyway, he'll get a haircut.
I get it cut
maybe
when I
this
get it
month.
cut.
Yeah.
Have to get this trimmed a little bit, but. Meanwhile, I'm just rolling with it.
The 24th. Oh yeah, which is a Sunday. The people that we
The
go
24th?
to, yeah.
Yeah,
Which-
and it'll probably be a week before I can get in.
I'm growing my hair out now, so
The barber I go
if
to,
I get a
he will be
haircut, I'll probably do
packed.
it myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I go to a local barber.
Oh.
Everybody in the community, it's a rural community. He has a little barber shop. Everybody goes to him.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him.
Oh no, Donna said she left her horse manure in Ohio. Don't think my Kentucky garden is going to produce like my fertilized soil of Ohio. Yeah, it probably won't. Aw.
Yes, you may have to just. It may take a while to get it the way you want it,
Yeah.
but maybe you can go find somebody that. I mean, there's millions and millions of horses in Kentucky. Surely you can find somebody
Yeah.
where you can get some.
Let's see. Is my hair naturally straight? It is. Here's what's weird. When I colored my hair was naturally wavy. I stopped coloring my hair and now it's straight like
Isn't
it
that weird?
was.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But when I was a teenager, my hair was straight. And so I thought when my hair started getting wavy, I thought it was because, you know, I'd had children.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Depending on where you live, some stuff is already opening back up. And depending on where you really live, some stuff never closed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, rabbit poop. That's a benefit of having rabbits. And we don't have rabbits yet.
Well, they were selling rabbits today at
Really?
Royal King. Yes,
Really?
they were.
Maybe it was a good thing I didn't go with you.
Yeah.
But
They'll only let one per household in the store. So you'd have had to go in and not had to sit in the truck. If you'd have went, yeah, and I'm sitting in the truck, and you come out carrying a bunch of rabbits, I'll be like, I'm cranking up. I don't know.
oh me. Well, here's what I think about rabbits. We need them.
I think they're pretty. I'm not against it.
I wouldn't want pets. I would want food.
Yeah, I'm not against rabbits at all. I think they'd be cool to have. It's just I don't want to deal with them right now.
Not right now.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, let's get used to having chickens.
Yeah.
And then we'll explore rabbits. But yeah,
Yes.
I want their manure.
Yeah. This
and
is
I want their meat, their flesh.
me being able to spend more time at home
Hey, Copper Cat.
has actually been a huge blessing on the homestead. We have been able to do more in the last 2 or 3 weeks fixing this place up like what we wanted to when we first moved here. But 2 years later, because of this, it's allowed us the opportunity to do all these things and even more than we thought. Now I still want to do a few other projects, but they're landscaping stuff and stuff. But I've really tried to take advantage. I've kept busy, and I think that is the best thing you can do, especially if you're kind of stuck at home and you're not able to get out. And if some of y'all, you may be stuck with your family, but some of you may be all alone. Stay busy. Find stuff
thanks,
to keep
Cliff.
you busy, and that will help you. That helps. The last few days, they've gone by so fast. I mean, it's like I just woke up and had my coffee, and now it's dinner time. Time to go to bed.
Yep.
Crazy.
Melissa, that is awesome to hear, and we are going to keep praying for him until he is home safe. Melissa's son is serving our country. She said that he'll be back on American soil in August, so we're going to keep praying for him until he gets home.
Yeah, we really appreciate
Yes, we do.
his service too.
Yes, we do. And
We cannot forget those people
no,
and their families.
We love our troops. We love our veterans.
And yeah, God's timing is perfect. For us especially, because it was as we needed to prepare our
Amen,
garden,
man.
plan everything.
Yeah.
And we've definitely had the time. And actually a lot of my friends that I work with have also been doing the same thing. Tilling up some land, planting some seeds. How many people are gardening this year that hasn't been gardening before?
Yeah.
Lots.
Yeah, and it's wonderful. I think it's absolutely
cool.
I think it's awesome. But yeah, it's
And I actually heard a news report. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I heard a news report the other day that there's actually a whole bunch of families that are thinking next year when school starts back, do I need to send my kids?
yeah.
Because a lot of schools were closed for the rest of the year, and they've realized, my kids are actually getting all their work done. They're concentrating more. They're making better test grades, and they're getting this done by lunchtime.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I never thought this was possible until we were forced to do it. And now people are realizing You know,
I think I can do this.
There's other options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also have one dear sweet friend who, of course, she has 5 children, and she said, I am not a homeschooler.
Yeah.
She's like,
I'm just
cannot do
saying there are some that it has worked out for.
this. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe this was a wake up call for them, and
Yeah.
and then others really appreciate the fact that they can send their kids to school.
Oh goodness, Melissa, definitely gonna pray for your mom. I'm so sorry.
I will mention this too, as we were finishing up with the mulch and trying to get in before the rain hit, a fire truck went by our house, and then we looked down the road, and we saw black smoke filling the sky. And I looked on Twitter. We have a local guy that tweets, you know, what's going on the scanners, and yeah, they're. We don't know who the family is, but somebody has lost their home tonight.
Yeah.
A big
Just
structural
down the
fire.
road. Yeah.
And so, yeah, you know, we might have to find out who that is, and the community hopefully will all help them out too. So
Yeah.
it's just, I hate that anytime you see somebody that has had a house fire. It's just terrible. I mean, she's gone through it. She lost her house a couple of years before we got married.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was my parents' house. I just
Well,
lived in it.
you were a teenager.
Yeah.
Well, you were 17, 18, but you
No.
lost your house.
I was 15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Going Green Mom says, do you have teenagers? My kids aren't getting anything done. Yes, both of my children are teenagers. One of them is almost legally an adult, which is weird.
Every kid's different.
Yeah.
Every kid's
Well,
different. I mean,
Emily-
we've got one that works nonstop, and we got one that plays video games nonstop. So, I mean,
Yep.
they're both great kids.
Yep.
They're just different.
Yep.
Different things motivate them.
Yep.
One gets motivated because of one thing, and
Mm-hmm.
if you try to do that with the other one, it won't work.
Nope.
So,
Well, and I think it's one of the beauties.
and you raise them the same way.
It's one of
And they're different.
the beauty of homeschooling for us is that we have learned, like you said, what works for one and what works for the other, and how to incorporate those things in with their education and their learning styles. It took a few years for us to get into a groove because, at first we were emulating school at home because I was public schooled, he was public schooled. That was really all we knew. But we absolutely hated it. And then it was like, why in the world? I mean, we came home. Like, why would we want to look like school at home? We're homeschoolers. And then I was like, I don't want to look anything like that. So, so then we just, I don't know, I kind of paid attention more to, like, Parker cannot get anything done if he's sitting still. He has to be moving. And so we started off, I would have him read out loud while he was marching in a circle. I even have a video somewhere of him reading out loud, marching in a circle. I would have him do, we would do like oral spelling tests or whatever while he was bouncing on my yoga ball.
It's something he loved, something that he would sit down and concentrate on schools. If we just let him go out in the yard and sit in the grass, he would sit down and read his books.
Yeah, because he was outside.
He was outside.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
And it is frustrating because, like, there are things that, like, when I work, if I can listen to music that I've heard over and over and over. So I like to listen to classic rock when I work because I know all the songs, so I don't have to, like, really pay attention. But anything else going on, I have a hard time concentrating.
Mm-hmm, I do too.
But our daughter will have her music blaring and will be outside on the front porch. And, like, she took 2 tests. Was it yesterday? Today.
She took one today.
She took 2.
Oh,
She
two
took
today?
2 tests on the front porch with her music blaring, watching her puppy, making sure her puppy doesn't run out in the middle of the road. And she scored a 94 on one test.
She missed 2 questions.
She missed 2
out
questions.
of the whole test.
Out of
She
the whole
only missed
thing.
2.
Yeah, and I'm like, how can you even focus on what you're doing? So
Yeah.
it's just, it's it's just learning what your kids are into and learning how to harness that into their learning
And
style
Yeah.
and their school.
And our son, he does his best work, schoolwork, late in the day, in the evening. And so, you know, that's another thing. You don't have to be like a regular public school and get up in the morning and say, okay, for this hour, we're going to work on this. I mean, you can if you want to, if that's what works.
Yeah.
But we realize that, you know, he can get up and he can play and get that all out of his system. And then about the time 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon rolls around, he's ready to do his schoolwork.
Yeah.
And then he gets
And it's
it done.
obnoxious, but that's his best time.
Yeah.
And I'm a morning person, which I guess that works out anyway, just because I work in the morning. So, but see, that's like I like to get up early before everybody else gets up and have quiet and have my coffee, and then I can work and I can crank things out because that's when my brain.
And I'm
is
a
on
night
fire.
person. I can stay up late, but
Not me.
when it comes to schoolwork or something like that, I want to be done as fast as I can. So yeah, I would always try to get everything done as quick as I could, so I would have the whole rest of the day to do other stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm very much a morning person, and Jackie is not. So it's like at 9
That's when the
o'clock.
sun comes up.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. He's like, "Hey, you want to watch a movie?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go to sleep." So if you're okay with me falling asleep on the couch, then sure, go ahead and start the movie. But yeah, somebody else asked. Oh, somebody was asking how much I pay for the Mrs. Wages seasoning. Hang on, let me think. It's less than $3 a pouch, and like the Mrs. Wages salsa is, I think it makes 5 pints per pouch. So it breaks down to like almost 50 cents a jar. Is my math right? I think that's right. So when you, again, comparing apples to apples, if I went to the farmer's market and bought organic apples, if I went to the farmer's market and bought organic tomatoes,
Excuse me.
and then of course the Mrs. Wages, I think you can buy organic, but I don't. But anyway, and then made organic salsa compared to what you would pay for it in the supermarket. I mean, it still comes out more frugal that way. But we love the taste of it, and it's a lot easier than measuring everything out. So that's why I like it, Mrs. Wages.
So
We put it on.
we are past our hour.
Are we?
We're past our hour.
But I'm
It
not
flew
done
by.
talking.
Well, are you ever?
Touche.
No, we will say, we do have big changes coming. If you joined us late, we did talk about that early in the video.
And I think with
Please go back
pickles,
and watch
it's
it.
7 quarts.
If you haven't subscribed to us, please do. We really appreciate
I'll make a video
if
on
you
it.
do. And let me just go back though real quickly. This big project that we've got going, this whole area that we are creating for ourselves out there around the garden, it's almost, it's not, but in a way it feels like an addition to our house. It's not an addition to our house. I feel like I've built a house in the last week, but yeah, for me, I feel like I've built a house in the last week because that's the most building I've done in years, but it is definitely a huge addition to our homestead.
Yeah.
And we're looking so forward to
Enjoying it.
enjoying it.
Yeah,
Well,
working
I'm
in it.
looking forward to finishing it because it's still not finished.
It's almost done though.
It's probably 80% done.
Yeah.
I'd say 80% done. Except for all the little touch-up things we want to do after it's done.
Yeah.
But, what did you tell me yesterday? You said I was on the porch telling me
I was
more.
gonna tell this story.
Okay, this will be a great story to kind of end on. This
So
kind
yeah.
of says it all for us.
So yesterday, it was, with us not having church. I mean, we listen to our pastor online. It's just not the same. It's not the same not being able to go to our church. But anyway, so I was sitting out on the back deck and I'm just kind of having some quiet time, and I'm looking across the yard. I'm looking at the garden. I'm looking at the chicken coop, and I'm looking at the pallet fence laying on the ground, and I get like emotional. I didn't like boo-hoo or anything, but like I kind of had a knot in my throat because I'm like I can look across this yard and see my husband's love for me, because he wouldn't just do this for himself. I mean, he didn't have to do any of it, but he did it for me. And it was just very, very sweet. And so I'm just like, I'm feeling love for the Lord, and looking at like everything that he's provided for us. And then I see the love of my husband with all the things that he's been working on so hard, and really doing a beautiful job. Like not just halfway doing it just to have something, slapping it together, but like really taking his time, making sure it's done right, making sure it looks nice. And yeah, it was I just felt very blessed yesterday. I still do. But
We've been blessed. We've been blessed, and every little thing that we're doing, just adding to what we've got here. It just, when we see this, we just have to thank God for what He's allowed us to enjoy while we have a little bit of time here on Earth.
yeah.
And what we've been blessed with, we hope to use it
To bless
to help,
others.
help others. And it could be sharing our bounty with others, sharing our opening up. We've opened up our home to friends and family that have needed it. But if anything, it could be just the videos and the teaching that we do.
We hope.
The advice that we give, the advice that we get and then pass along to others. We don't know everything, but we really get educated from watching other videos, and then sometimes we'll use that and we pass it on. We what do you call it? Play it forward. Pay it forward.
Yeah.
And help others.
Yeah. And I will say too, like one thing that I've really been trying to reevaluate is, what kind of content we're putting out. And I know that whenever I do like gardening videos, I'm really just showing people what I'm doing. I'm not really adding any value by explaining things. And I think a lot of that is because even though I've been gardening now for 8 years, I still second guess myself. And I don't want to tell people the wrong information. So I'm just like, this is what I'm going to do. You can do it if you want to, but do your own research, know? And so, but I do want to help people. I do want to encourage people, and I want to share more information, but I'm always afraid that I'm going to tell people the wrong thing. But we do want to encourage people to be more self-sufficient, to prep, to take care of your family, the best way that you can. And we want to be more valuable to you all, and
all of us
help in any way that we can.
And all of us are going. I mean, we all have difficulties that they're going to come and go. That's part of life. So during the good times that we're having, being blessed, we want to just take advantage of it, and then go from there.
Yep. Hey, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Donna, what are you confused about?
Hope you're doing well.
All right.
I am confused.
What did you miss? Oh, she wants to know probably about the big
What
changes.
did I miss?
We're talking about
You missed an hour and 10 minutes of us just blabbing.
Yeah, we're just, we are adding more infrastructure to the homestead, and we were sharing some of our projects that we've been doing.
We've built what we call Fort Freedom.
Fort Freedom is what we're calling
It's
it. I'm very excited.
It's a huge addition to the to the homestead,
Yes.
but it's mostly centered
Oh.
around the garden.
That reminds me, we are actually going to be part of a huge, awesome, amazing collaboration that Homesteaders of America has put together. It is going to be a few months of garden tours. And we are going to be
Yeah.
part of that
Yeah. I'm
collab.
looking forward to that.
Very,
too.
very excited.
Yeah.
So people will get to see Fort Freedom in our garden tour.
Yeah. Hopefully when it's producing and doing well.
Yes, well, I put us down for sometime in July. I haven't looked at the schedule to see where in July we fall, but that is the month that things are really coming in for us, is in July. So
Yeah.
hopefully,
So thank you, Amy,
Yes,
for
Fort
letting us be a part
will
of
be-
this awesome project that you're doing.
awesome. Yay, I'm really, really excited.
What was she confused about? Did she,
I
did she
think-
ever
did
say?
she say? I don't know. Donna, did you ever say what you were confused about? Because we would be happy to clear it up if we can.
I don't know. Now I'm confused.
Now, if you get confused, then I get confused, and it's just a bit.
We were wrapping everything up though.
Yeah.
We kind of, you told your story at the end, and you know, again a reminder: like the videos,
Oh,
subscribe. That helps with the analytics. I didn't realize that, but it does.
okay.
And
I never pay attention.
but
to
on
that.
Instagram, we've been posting pictures of the progress. So this week, follow us if you haven't. We appreciate it. Anything else you want to share?
Yes.
Okay.
Until next time, be vigilant, be prayerful, and be prepared.
Everybody have a great week.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yep.
Are you done now?
I am.
Okay. All right. See y'all.
Bye, guys.